Welcome back, VA users. In today's video, we are going to cover the dunning. Now what's basically the dunning? So dunning is a concept where you want to send the reminder emails or the reminders to the customer if they haven't paid against the invoices. If they haven't paid against the invoices, then you would be able to configure the dunning into the VA system, and thereafter you can send the reminders to the customer. So how to set up the dunning into the VA system? We are going to cover this and how we can execute the dunning using the VA system. We are going to cover in this particular video. To set up the dunning, you just need to open the dunning window. So there is a window called dunning, and in this particular window you just need to give the name dunning for the customer group, and you need to define your rules for the dunning. Okay, so let's say I'm defining the rules as on at 30 days there is one rule. I would say days after the due date is 30 days. The days between the dunning is the reminder notices is going to be 2 days, and thereafter I want to show all the due. Okay, and I want to set up the payment term as that it should be paid immediately. Okay, in case if you want to set up that you want to stop the credit, then you would be able to do this. If you want to charge a certain fees, that's basically the late fees, then you would be able to charge that as well, but normally it's not used to happen here in India. So you would be able to define the dunning. Once the dunning rule is defined, thereafter you just need to move on to your business partners or to the business partner groups, and you need to define the dunning. So let's say I would take planes holding. So there is one I have configured, PLA. So not the business partner, instead the customer master. So here at the planes holding, at this particular level, you would be able to define your dunning. Okay, so the dunning I have defined is dunning for the customer group. Okay, so once it is defined, thereafter you have on daily basis there is ongoing invoices. There are some which are paid, there are some which are not paid. So accordingly the dunning would execute, and here at the level of the dunning we have defined all these rules. Now we just need to execute this dunning. So we'll move on to the dunning execution, and at this particular level we'll come and we'll say dunning is for this, and for the 30 days the first rule needs to be executed. If you have created multiple rules, then multiple dunning execution needs to be generated, and you will say create dunning run, and at this level say I want to include the disputed one, I want to include only the sales invoices, I want all the currency to be included or a certain group to be included. So you would be able to mark accordingly, and I will say okay. So once you will say okay, the system will generate the dunning entries, and at this particular place you would be able to see that the system generated that how much amount is due, and then under that particular line you would be able to see that against which particular invoice and invoice schedule the amount is due. Okay, so once it is done, all this stuff is done, thereafter you just need to say dunning, print dunning letters, and you will click here. You just need to select a certain mail template that is configured and the dunning execution, and say okay. As a result of this, the system will send the email. I do not have the email configured, that's why the system says in this way. Once the email is configured properly, the user's email are configured properly, you would be able to see that the system sends the mail along with the print format, and the customer will be notified with that particular dunning letter. So that is how you would be able to set up, and you would be able to send the dunning letters to your customer. That's all in this particular video. If you like our video, then I would request you to subscribe our channel, and I would request that you can share our channel details with your colleagues so that they would learn this. Into the upcoming video we would come up with some certain other topics. Till then, thanks a lot. Bye bye.